1,300 competitors from close to 60 countries and regions around the world are here in Abu Dhabi, vying for gold. This is World Skills 2017 in Abu Dhabi. Now 51 different skills will be presented in this gorgeous Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Center, and it is the first time ever this event is being held in the United Arab Emirates. Now everything from fashion design, floristry, cabinetry, web design, robotics, all of these skills will have countries vying for medals in this 4-day Olympic-style competition. And of course, also in Olympic fashion, we celebrate opening ceremonies, congratulating and welcoming all the competitors and spectators at the fabulous Do Arena on Yas Island here in Abu Dhabi. Okay, so the competition is on now, Simon. You had an incredible opening ceremonies put on by His Excellency, the warm embrace of Abu Dhabi. First of all, first time here in the Middle East, Simon. What was the journey like to have the World Skills here in Abu Dhabi?
Well, what's interesting is that whilst it might be the first World Skills competition, international competition here, it isn't the first time I've been to a competition in the Middle East. It isn't the first time that I've seen the expertise that the UAE and Abu Dhabi can bring to this. Not only have I been to Emirates Skills competitions for the last 6 or 7 years in this very venue, but I've also been to GCC Skills, the Gulf Cooperation Council group of countries who host a competition here. So I've been able to see the ambition of UAE and Abu Dhabi in putting together an event like this, and as you say, it is absolutely perfect that it's now started.
I know.
You know, everything else that we've done so far, the opening ceremony, you know, the meetings, etc., you know, really come to this. The young people, the best in their skills in the world, coming here and deciding to actually compete as well as cooperate to be the best in the world.
Even in North America, we've seen it. The girls kind of don't equal the amount of boys in these kind of skills and trades, but we are starting a movement. Your comments on that?
A year ago, World Skills signed up to the He for She campaign at the United Nations, not so that I can promote women into skills, but so that I can actually stand up and say to chief executives, to individuals who have authority and responsibility, you know, you're the ones who need to make the change, not the young people. You know, I see a lot of young women, I've met them here, met them this morning, who actually want to do it. What I need is chief executives and employment, HR people to actually open their minds to have it happen. You know, the ambition is there. Let's just allow them to walk through the door that we have opened.
Well, bravo, and you know what, we're seeing the cusp of technology being raised the bar, and you know, we talk about artificial intelligence, it's already here, and you're right, we have to nurture the young ones to be capable to handle all of this. So in a way, Simon, in closing, music is said to be the universal language that brings cultures and humans together, possibly skills and trades.
Well, I think I'd broaden it not only to skills and trades, but to education in general. I think is, the oxygen of the world and the youth that we believe in. So, obviously within that, the equality of vocational, technical, craft, employment skills are really important. I want them to take their place alongside the more established higher education routes that exist. Let's not forget, 150 years ago, vocational craft and technical skills were the top of the peak. I think they've only just been knocked off for the moment, and I think around the world I see evidence that a blend of education, a blend of employment skills is what the world is moving towards. This is a spotlight on a darkened stage that shows what's going on. Actually, what's continuing on the stage continues without the spotlight, and that's the important thing. Not what the competitors do here, though that is important. What's important is the 10,000 competitors in a skill that took place in China or Brazil or Canada. What's happening in the background, all of those changes will change the world. Actually, this is a little bigger change, but actually has probably got less impact in the long term.
Well, we thank you. This is an incredible competition. And Simon Bartley, continue on. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The Abu Dhabi Center for Technical and Vocational Education and Training is the host for World Skills 2017, and their mandate is simple: to empower and encourage youth with the rich rewards with a career in skilled trades. And with many young people attending the competition, they are hoping that many doors will also be open. Meet Hamad. He is a shining example and a good reason why ACTVET is very important here in Abu Dhabi. All right, Ahmad, tell me what the boys behind us are doing right now.
They are doing a small electrical project relating to their training in the workshops. They are building a small bulb working with a battery from inside connected with LED lights. This project should be with the audience, with everybody who can come and join with them. Our main idea to make the society know that these students are there, they are able to work, they are able to learn, and they are a part from our society.
And they're really enjoying their work, so there's a nice kind of synergy, isn't there?
Yes, that I can see that in their eyes and even on the audience. A lot of people, they come, they contact with them, they see what they are like, and they try also to work with them, as you can see there. One of the guys right now, he likes to work with them. Alhamdulillah, everybody is happy, we are happy, they are happy. That's the main idea.
And for you, why did you get involved in this?
Honestly, I don't know. It was like an opportunity for me to be a part of their education. I started with them since 6 years ago after I was trained in ACTVET. Till now, I am with them since 6 years, and I think I will continue with them. I like it.
80,000 students will get a day off school to come here to World Skills 2017, and they definitely will get a hands-on experience with all the experts. And here's one educator that couldn't be happier.
My name's Ivor Hopkin, and I work for Higher College of Technology here in Abu Dhabi. And we've actually brought some students to the exhibition to show them what actually is available in the vocational market.
And what has their reaction been to all of this so far?
Well, I think they're actually overwhelmed because they don't come to things like this very often, and this is why we brought them, so they see what's actually here in Abu Dhabi that they can actually do.
So have you seen a change?
Yes, there's a definite switch towards vocational education. There has to be, I think, because the skills shortage will be here and they need to train, and they're happy to do it. I think just given the opportunity.
And the beauty for you in Abu Dhabi?
The vast array of opportunities there are to both adults and especially kids. We sat here in Zayed Higher Organisation, and it is my favourite place in Abu Dhabi because the kids are always so happy.
Here at World Skills, it's it's a lot more than just a competition. It's a career fair. So the Abu Dhabi police, very famous for their cars, Ferraris and Fiats, but also one of the most highly respected organizations here in Abu Dhabi. Not only do they keep the city safe, but they're also making great inroads and innovations in crime solving.
My name is Bashar. I'm a software engineer with Abu Dhabi Police, and today we're introducing a training simulator system. Basically, we're taking the basic trainings on civil defense, first aid, and program them into a gaming environment. It's a multiplayer gaming environment where the whole team can come together and interact to execute one scenario.
I hope to see a young woman in the innovation field, especially in science, because for locals we have now start to see women in this field. I hope also to see from around the world all is coming to the forensic science and to create something for our country and for their country. Yeah.
Our Team Canada features 31 participants from across the country, and behind every competitor is the great support system they receive behind the scenes. That would be experts, coaches, and trainers that work with each competitor year-round to eventually get to a world skills competition. Luke Moran has seen it all as a competitor, trainer, expert, and now team lead for Canada. With 20 years of experience under his belt, Luke pretty much knows what he needs to do to keep the team in good spirits.
So you will be leaving from the hotel for Canada night at 6 o'clock. Team leader's role, as best described, as we always comically say, are the mom and dad away from home. We're here to make sure that their physical comfort, emotional comfort, psychological comfort is looked after to the best we can, to the best of our abilities. We make sure they're safe, we make sure they're on schedule and where they're supposed to be, and anything in between that we can help out with. As far as technical duties and that kind of stuff, that would be more to the trainers and experts and technical delegates, but we're here to be the mom and dads and to make sure that they're happy, they're healthy, and they're ready to compete.
And there are definitely a few challenges when competing in Abu Dhabi.
Well, of course, everybody will mention the culture shock. Of course, there's different languages, different cultures, and of course the different temperatures that we might not be used to at this time of year in Canada. But to explain very simply, the host organization, the World Skills Organization, makes sure that it has to be as easy as us for many different countries to participate.
Emotions can run high when competing in a world-class competition.
Basically, everybody's in this together. So it's all about doing the best you can under pressure, under challenging circumstances. And what helps a lot is with our team leaders, we have past competitors that have done this and have gone through the actual experience. What these competitors have to remember that it's not a race, it's more of a marathon. So you have 4 days of competition. So at some point, inevitably, you might have an obstacle, but guess what? Everybody else on all the other teams, that'll happen as well. It's how you come back for that. So there has been some aspects of psychosocial training that we have done throughout the last year and a half for that to help them prepare for that. Their trainers and experts have trained them for that. So really, it's them really learning a lot about themselves and learning how to perform their best.
It is lunch break here at the World Skills 2017. We're standing in the heat in Abu Dhabi, but here she is, Winnipeg's own Ashley Weber. And you know what, Ashley, this competition is a little different, isn't it, than the one you did in Winnipeg and the one that you did at the Nationals in Winnipeg?
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than I expected.
So what are some of the challenges right now that you're facing?
A lot of it is just facility, tooling, equipment, not used to a lot of stuff that's here, and a lot of things are going wrong just with electricity and all that stuff, so it's just getting used to that. It's not necessarily me or the competition, but everything else. So it's a new game for you, Ashley. Feelings and nerves and everything like that, how has it been for you? It's been quite hard, coping with everything and just knowing that there's a next day. If I mess up, that there's always another chance to make it up. So just trying to figure out like a mindset just to keep going.
And it's hard, right? It's 4 days as opposed to 1 or 2. So mentally, what do you do to keep yourself up?
Like Luke has told us every single day, it's a marathon, not a race. So I've just been trying to keep thinking of the next day instead of what happened the day before. If it was good or bad, I need to keep going. So.
Yeah, and I know it's only been a short while, but have you met some interesting competitors from around the world?
Yeah, I've competed against 3 before in Australia, so we're pretty close friends now. It's really nice. And then some of the other ones, we can't necessarily talk during competition, but they're all of them are friendly, so that's nice.
And they're off. Avery and Theo are racing against the clock to finish their task in day 2 of competition at World Skills in Abu Dhabi. The pressure is on Team Canada, but it is their trainer that keeps them on track.
Mechatronics is essentially the fusion of mechanics, electronics, and computer programming. And over the course of 4 days, they will be building a completely automated system. And it is very exciting. As a former competitor, I can tell it's one of the hardest trades in the competition. So it's a real challenge for them. And as their current trainer, I think they're very well prepared to face the challenge ahead.
At this level, the skill set is high, and it is important that the boys don't get distracted by performing on a world stage. Diet, exercise, and a good night's sleep are part of what the trainer tries to instill during competition.
What really makes the difference is how well mentally prepared you are. So being able to compete and perform well under pressure is really, really important. And that's what we try to do in the final stages of training.
Favorites in mechatronics are the Europeans, Asians, and Brazilians to win gold. But Canada is gaining ground.
Canada is really stepping up, and I really think we can get a medal in this competition.
And speaking of medals, I think you have a lucky charm that you often bring around.
Oh, absolutely. I have my gold medal that I got in Leipzig in 2013, representing Brazil. So this is really important to me. I carry it everywhere and always reminds me of the challenges I faced. And I really want these boys to succeed, and I want to succeed as a trainer as well.
Wow. Wade, Gail, you are two very devoted parents. You have come all the way from Winnipeg to follow your daughter Ashley on this incredible journey. I guess with you, proud dad Wade, how does it make you feel? She's on the floor right now, but to see her at a world stage.
It's exciting, definitely exciting. You can't be more than proud. You know, she's doing what she loves doing. What more can you ask that your children do is get into something they're going to enjoy for the rest of their life, and she's just thriving at it.
Yeah. And Abu Dhabi, the first time you've been here?
Yes, it has.
First impressions of this city?
Oh, it was awe. When we got off the plane, it was scattered to get our luggage and then go to the hotel, and it was like, this is amazing. All our adventures that we've been taking, it's been outstanding. The camels were beautiful. Went on a camel ride.
Oh, great. So there's a little bit of a fun factor here. How did Ashley even get interested in this whole automotive car painting?
Well, we belong to the car hobby. We have a Trans Am, and we've been going to car shows since she was a baby. So it's just, I guess, the atmosphere. When she got to high school at Kelowna East, she met up with Dan Labossiere, her teacher. As she says, they handed her a gun, and she started painting, and she's loved it since.
Oh, that's a paint gun, right?
The paint, yes, sorry, a spraying device, I believe is what we have to call it. Correct, yes. Don't say gun at the airport.
No. And for you, Gail, you know, a proud supported mom, but I mean, she's in amongst a very male-dominated business.
She is. I just always tell her, be strong and go for what your dreams are, and keep on going.
No doubt. And I guess, you know, being here at the World Skills Competition, it's pretty amazing, Wade, but, you know, to see your daughter, yes, but to represent Canada as a whole. We're in the middle of the automotive section, folks. I mean, where do you think this is going to take Ashley?
I think the future is hers. Through all the training she's done over the last year and a half, she's been with BASF Canada, she's with SATA, 3M, McGuire's, they're all saying, we want you. And so she wants to paint. So I don't know where it's going to go. She's I think this will be a stepping stone to whatever she wants to make of it.
You guys, very, very proud. We're all proud. And, well, you can hardly wait for the closing ceremonies and maybe a medal.
I'm hoping. She does what she does.
Oh, go Team Canada, go. It's not only the competitors that are putting in long hours, so do the judges. Representing Canada, Angelo Spano tells us a very interesting story on what it took to get Canada to the international stage. It has taken 4 years for heavy mechanical maintenance to make it to the World Skills stage. And Team Canada's expert and international judge, Angelo Spano, is very proud of all the hard work it took to get here.
I mean, originally, our competition here didn't reach a world's level. So working with the other experts from the other provinces, we wanted to see our competition at a world's level. So there's a lot of work that's involved to network with other countries to become involved and to form a competition.
As an international judge, what is Angelo looking for?
We look for perfection, right? If a competitor has made it this far, we as judges have to expect more than what we would at a provincial level or a national level. And our marking criteria really dictates that.
Okay, folks, we're not in an interrogation room, but I kind of feel like it's Silas. All right, our Winnipeg boy, where are we?
Right now we're in one of our team meetings. Actually, we are in the tactics room in the Aloft Hotel, which is actually part of the convention center that's part of Worlds.
Oh, okay, so I always wanted to be part of a police investigation, no, a tactic. All right, so let's talk about the competition. Spoke to Ashley. We know this is a world level competition, so how's it going for you?
It's going not bad. I could definitely done better on the first days, but it's accepting. Supposedly no one's done great, so right now I still feel like I'm in the mix, but not in the higher up, but I'm still in the middle at least, so that's a good thing.
How do you cope again with pressure and moving forward to the next couple of days?
Coping with pressure, that's one that's funny. A lot of the experts laugh at me. I have this little rubber duck just sitting there, and it's like I talk to him constantly. So everyone's like, what is he doing? It's like, he's the good luck duck, man. He's Captain Good Luck Duck. So that's one way I do it. And then, of course, just getting in the zone with music and the usual type of things. So, yeah.
And what is your game plan for the rest?
Rest of the time now is definitely just take it with stride. My next project I've already almost done. I just got to make the part now and then get it right. So hopefully do that one really well and just get it done.
And I guess how different or how important is this competition to you personally?
To me, it's definitely meant everything now, because after doing this for about a year and a half of just training, it feels like it's the pinnacle moment now. It's like it's there, it's ready to go, and I'm finally actually doing what I wanted. So it means the world to me. So yeah, it's just an amazing feeling finally.
It is definitely a touch of India here at the World Skills 2017 in Abu Dhabi. We are in the Taj Mahal, sitting on top. How does it make you feel, David?
It's pretty good. I think the Indians are very keen on actually hosting our competition in future, so they're very happy to have anything that promotes it.
Well, I saw you doing a very, welcoming and a lot of handshaking, a lot of people wanting to talk to you. You, of course, the CEO for World Skills International. The business end of it, David. The President, Simon, spoke very wonderfully about the future and what World Skills is, but let's talk about the now. And I guess some of the challenges that you face as an organization hosting this massive event.
Yeah, I think we've had an amazing growth. World Skills started to professionalise in 2005, and that was the creation of a full-time secretariat, and basically the board and the members saw this thing that happened every 2 years should actually become a movement, and so we've spent 10 years professionalising it. We've gone from 37 members to we now have 78, and the really proud thing we have about that is that we've never gone out to market membership. They've come to us because we have a very unique value proposition. So what we see now as the challenges of the future, also the opportunities. People want to use the process of skills competitions to promote a career in the skills, trades and technologies, to showcase to young people what career options are there, but also to ensure they don't just reach competency, they go into excellence. So how do you deal with that population? But that's exciting.
And it's interesting to note, David, the reception here, the crowds here, the press here is incredible. And I understand it's a world skills competition, but it's almost the opposite when we go back home. I mean, there still are people that are very interested, but it's only those that have a vested interest. So what can we do now as when we go back home and to promote? And I look around in Abu Dhabi, there's got to be more than 30 cranes at one site.
Yeah, look, I think Canada is like a lot of countries around the world where unfortunately there's this attitude that unless you've gone to university, somehow you've failed as you've gone through school. And we as an organisation stand very strong on the piece that a career in the skills, trades and technologies is a very good equivalent first choice career option to a university pathway. But the challenge is in countries like yours and others, and a lot of countries suffer this challenge, is how do you change perceptions in people's minds? And as we often see with young people, parents are the most influential people around a young person's career choice, and sadly they're the most ignorant, ill-informed people because they just don't understand what future markets, what future sectors, what future industries are out there. And so when we use like a skills competition, there's two parts to it. One is the competitors inside the competition, and the other is the crowds that come into it and using it as like a career expo, a skills expo, and hopefully opening people's minds to what's really out there.
Abu Dhabi has welcomed nearly 1,300 competitors from 59 countries and regions across 51 skills. We were inspired by your efforts, and tonight it is all about celebrating you. As you are all now champions.
It's been incredible. This is the I'm shaking. I'm so happy.
Well, we heard though that your trainer also brought along a lucky charm though.
Yeah, he was actually a previous champion, and he's helped us an incredible amount, and truly he's probably the first person we're going to try to find after this.
We've got to run out to the stands and give him a big hug, that's for sure.
So what did you think of the competition?
It was exactly what I expected of a high-level worlds competition. It was difficult. It was stressful. It was hugely rewarding.
Pushed us to our limits, not only as within our trade, but also being a team competition with each other. It was an absolute test of skill. It was absolutely incredible. It feels so good.
It was a marathon run, 4 days of just nose to the wall, grind it out, do as best you can all day. We were there until 10 o'clock at night most nights.
So this is so amazing. What a wonderful way to end this story for you, Maurizio. It's been a long week. You brought your own gold medal, and now the boys have bronze. When you heard that, how did you feel?
I went completely nuts. I don't even know what I'm feeling right now. I think I'm more happy than when I got gold because it's been such a long journey, and these guys worked so hard. I'm so proud of them. I can't even put into words. It's awesome.
It's really hard to imagine, but you know what? They work so hard, all of the competitors.
Absolutely.
And tonight is like amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's official. The closing ceremonies are over. Congratulations to all the medal winners, including Avery and Theo for bringing home bronze. But all of you, congratulations, all the competitors. It was a simply amazing event, and we thank the people in the city of Abu Dhabi for their hospitality and generosity. We'll see you in 2019 in Kazan.